What's up, buds? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another Talk to Me Tuesday video. Today's gonna be Tuesday 8th April 2025. I'm responding to comments from last Tuesday, so if you want me to respond to your comments next Tuesday, leave them in this video and help me keep the conversation going. Really appreciate it. Alright, let's get this going. So the first comment is from my buddy Jay the Caffeinator. Now Jay the Caffeinator here has been like a very massive support in the sense of keeping me caffeinated, and to that I'm eternally grateful, man. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Serious shit, I mean, like out of my own personal selfish goals, you know, with my YouTube, you know, I just want to like have an excuse to like make content, to practice, to improve the way to get more comfortable, to be in front of the camera, to be able to like be more consistent with something, you know, be able to improve my skills, you know, practice, just improve overall as a content creator. Doing this YouTube thing has been great, but when I do get a response in the sense of like some type of support, it does help me stay motivated and does like improve my overall morale. People sending me donations or getting involved in my Ko-fi membership, you know, that's also going. And also having people like buy me coffee off my Amazon wish list. It does mean a lot, you know. It does help me keep momentum going, right? It's like, oh, okay, cool. It is a level of appreciation that makes me feel good, you know, when that happens. So yeah, no worries. I mean, everybody's busy. I'm glad you're a busy man, and like, yeah, don't overwork yourself. But yeah, either way, I'm always gonna be here. That's my plan, to continue doing this. That's the whole point of this channel, the way I'm doing it, the way I am. Like, if you were to like take a break from me, you know, for like a month or so, then like if you were to come back, I'm still doing my own thing. So that's how I see it. Alright, this is from middle of nowhere. Yeah, I mentioned that I had tinnitus. I think, well, up to this point, I think it's pronounced tinnitus. I definitely had people jump in and be like, what? I got tinnitus too, and all that. And like, you know, we can make light of it, but I mean, it is not a comfortable situation having like the constant ringing in your ear. Thankfully, I'm at a point that it's actually gotten better, and I noticed like certain things makes it worse, right? Loud music in general, right? Or just loud environments. Like I cannot really go anywhere at the moment without taking earplugs. Right now it's good, it's manageable, you know, when it's quiet. But when I start like, you know, have my headphones on and start editing, or if I go to an environment, say like Knott's Berry Farm, or recently I actually went to the Ren Fair, and like the crowd and like the people singing and music and all that shit, like I just noticed my ringing got worse, right? And I had to have like earplugs as I was like walking around the Ren Fair, right? So it's something I need to like be careful with and manage, right? But yeah, I mean, right now, because it's very new, or I mean, I don't know, like it's just I'm very sensitive to it at the moment, so I'm trying to like make sure I keep an eye on it. I already made an appointment to see the doctor, so hopefully I can get some better answers once I see him. But for the time being, I do my best to manage not to expose myself to a lot of like now loud noises, or if I do, then I have earplugs, because yeah, it does seem to help reduce the overall intensity of my tinnitus. Yeah, and like people have been leaving like the joke about like Archer going mop. I watched a few episodes of Archer. I don't really watch TV series that much anymore because I don't have the time, but so I had to look it up, and like, yeah, I guess just give you an idea.
Everybody come.
Asshole! What the hell?
I'm sorry.
So yeah, that's damn tinnitus stories. Alright, I got another comment here from my buddy Doodle Duck. Now my buddy here has mentioned he deals with tinnitus. I guess he has multiple frequencies of tinnitus. Yeah, unfortunately, especially with kids nowadays, like you know, like losing your hearing was such an old person thing, but you know, with technology, people walking around with earbuds all the time, listening to music, not really paying attention to the world around them, just their own fucking bubble, you know, listening to music or whatever, and just like on their phone. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure hearing is gonna be worse, especially if you like to go to like live concerts or you shoot guns. People being exposed to loud music all the time is a thing, and I think that's been my problem as well. These fucking headphones are usually on my head all the time, all day, every day. And I think this tinnitus has been kind of a wake-up call for me that like I need to learn to like give my hearings a break, you know. Again, just as importantly, I gotta like get away from the computer, and that's something I guess I had to learn to do, is like step away more. You know, at first it was developing back pains, you know, so I had to learn to like get up and walk around more, have a cutoff time. I actually developed migraines from like staring at a screen so much, and like I was getting vertigo pretty badly, so I had to learn to like, get like blue light blocking glasses. I got these guys now, so it's like, help me to, reduce like the amount of blue light coming into my eyes. Now, I guess the next thing I need to do is basically learn to adjust how much time I'm spending on the damn headphones, right? I do my best to like hear everything at the lowest volume possible now. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Say if you're working, right? You got your headphones on, and then now like say your friends playing video games, or your mom passes the vacuum, or something happens in the background. What do? You crank up the volume on your headphones, right? Now you're just introducing more noise to your damn ears. Well, let's say if you're driving, right, and you're on the freeway, and like, you're listening to music, you're fucking, just having a great old time. You go to work, or you go to the store or whatever. Like the moment you go into your car, you turn it on, and then like the music blasts, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, you've been listening to music loud the whole time, but you get used to it, right? And that's the dangerous part, is that like you get so used to being surrounded by loud noises that you're basically damaging yourself without realizing it. So at least at this moment, that's how I'm seeing it. I'm definitely one that I'm exposed to noise often. When I'm wearing my headphones all the time, and then my girlfriend shows up, so we watch TV, I'm listening to noise. We go to the movie theater, I'm in surround sound. We go to theme parks or conventions where people like talking loud and stuff like that. So yeah, at least for me, I'm gonna see it more as a wake-up call that I need to be more careful with my surrounding noise environment. It's just something I have to like keep in mind now, is like how loud my environment is. That's just how it is for me right now, until I see the doctor and he tells me what's up. Next question is from Max Neal. Again, commenting that he also deals with tinnitus a bit. Yeah, definitely keep an eye out on that. I'm gonna answer this part of his comment here, saying like, any thoughts on Twitch streams, real life vlogs, live vlogs, gaming live streams, shit like that. Like, if there's something I wanted to do. He's games with me on my Discord, and we have like chatted about like possibly, screen capping some of that gameplay so I can make content out of it. That is something that I may do, because anything that helps me to fucking make content, I'll appreciate it. Because yeah, it does get overwhelming at times where it's like, oh shit, I gotta think of something to make, so if I can screen cap that and then turn it into content, that could be cool. I gotta see how that works down the line though, because I gotta make sure everybody's okay with that. Twitch streams, real life vlogs, and gaming live streams. All right, 3 things here. Twitch streams and gaming live streams on either Twitch or YouTube. For a while I was trying to do like the whole YouTube like live streams. It's fun, but there's a few things about it that I learned that I kind of like and don't like. The first one is like, I give people a chance to like chat with me while I'm playing, right? I like playing video games, so if it's something I'm gonna do anyways, people can chat with me as I'm playing. I like doing that. Yeah, live streaming on YouTube is best when I'm playing a single player game, right? So I'm just playing, and then I can just look over chat and answer questions as I'm playing. I like chatting with people online. It's fun. I tried playing like Grand Theft Auto, but I realized really quickly that the crowd that game attracts can be pretty toxic. I don't know, I just don't like it. Also, like live streaming, like I've had like questionably young an audience watch me sometimes, and like I kind of don't feel comfortable with that, because like there are moments where I can joke in a very just adult oriented manner, so I don't want to do that if someone that's really young is watching my stream. So I started streaming at 18 plus. I set like the age limit restriction on my streams. I did that, and I didn't notice like the viewership be minimal, right? So there is that, but obviously it's more of a defense, right? If kids were to like show up, they need to be signed in to watch my stream. But I'm okay with that, because I don't want any kids watching my streams if I'm all cussing, making dick jokes and shit. And the other thing is, like, my schedule is so packed and it can change dramatically from one moment to another, that me personally, I like to be consistent with something. So if I was to start streaming, I definitely want to be consistent on the day and time that I stream, because that's just how I like to schedule my time and my activities. A specific day and a specific time to do something. I cannot do that with streaming at the moment, right? I got a lot on my plate at the moment, so I cannot stream. And this part right here, real life live vlogs. All right, now, to these events I've gone to, whether they're the conventions or Halloween nights and stuff like that, I have seen people, they have their phones on a gimbal. They even have 2 phones, right? One phone is like live streaming, and they had like another phone where just like the chat room, you know, they're talking, and they're going around like filming or not filming, they're live streaming from their phone, what they're seeing, right? Okay, I have thought about doing something like that. I mean, I obviously I have the gimbal, I have the smartphone, I can do that. The problem with that is two things. One is that being occupied live streaming and engaging with the chat, at least it has been my experience that like it can get distracting. Then like you know, I'm taken away from like me being more in the moment of what I'm doing, you know. Another thing is that at the moment I don't feel comfortable doing that because then I'm just telling people where I'm at exactly, and I just don't trust the internet at the fucking moment. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any enemies that I know of. I mean, you know, it just was like I show Speed, you know, that kid, like he live streams everywhere he goes and like he gets harassed. Yeah, people like throw a dead rat at him if I can look for that. Hey, here we go, I found it. Just, you know what I'm talking about. I show Speed. So some fuckhead throws something at him.
Fuck is this?
And he opens it and it's like a dead rat.
What the hell he just stole? It's a dead rat? It's a dead rat! Who the fuck threw this?
Fucking shit.
Just threw a dead rat on me, bro! Why do you keep throwing shit?
Why do they keep throwing shit? Yes, I doubt I'm ever gonna get to a point where I show Speed, you know, he has like millions of viewers and all that shit, but I don't know. I just don't want to be in a position where like, if I was to get to that level, people can like know where I'm at and then like they can do something like that because I probably will lose my shit. Fuck that. Yeah, so I'm kind of like on the fence about ever like live streaming my real life vlog if I'm at an event. I don't know, I have to think about that. I just don't feel comfortable doing that at the moment, right? Alright, thank you Max for the comment. This is from Biscuit. He's a musician that also suffers from tinnitus. Have I been playing any acts? Yeah, actually, I don't know if you can see it. I recently got a new rack for my guitars. I only had a single one, I got three. I got a bass, an A string, and my 6 string. I went back to my Ibanez 6 string. I was playing the 8 string for a while, maybe 2-3 years. I don't know, like I like it, but it's definitely a different instrument to play. It's a different skill style to play an 8 string, that's for fucking sure. The way how I like to play, it's more comfortable for a 6 string. I'll still play the 8 string, but I mean like it's gonna be for some other time, because like, yeah, like I said, it's a different beast, you know. You cannot play the same style on the 6 string that you on the 8 string, at least for me, because my hands are not that big. You know, it's like a different like playing style with that fucking thing. But yeah, I went back to my 6 string. Guitar playing for me is like a total hobby, which I keep to myself. I was trying to like write music, but again, it'll take me like a whole month to write a song and mix it. I don't have the time to do that. So I just make noise, you know. I just jam out at night when I'm by myself before bedtime, you know, is what I do. I just like to play the guitar on my free time. Yeah, guitar playing is a total like personal hobby of mine. I'm not really aiming to share that with the world. I just have fun with it before bedtime usually. There's from John Cripps. Yeah, it's like this part of his comment, like, as an editor, how do I work as an editor with tinnitus? Okay, good question here. It's annoying because I have been learning that anytime I start to hear audio, like it comes back, right? So I had to like learn to like edit at a lower volume. Something that I have changed is that I'll be saving the audio correction last when I'm doing all the rough cuts and adding all like the animations or whatever, the edits. I'll have like the volume at a very low level, right? That's manageable. Towards the very end, before I deliver the project, that's when I increase the volume a little bit and start making my audio adjustments before I deliver the video, right? So I do that last, just to like keep myself from exposing myself to a lot of loud audio. Something I have been doing is that I found this website, audionotch.com, and you have a frequency finder here. So with this website, I basically was able to find the frequency that my tinnitus is at, and then like I can actually do what I guess active noise canceling. So this is like, say like this is the tinnitus sound, right? The wavelength. And then like you introduce another sound that kind of like counterbalances the wavelength. So then what happens is like this will cancel like the audio out. So at least for me at the moment, around the 12,000 to 13,000 frequency hertz, that's where my tinnitus is at. So what I can do is if I play the sound, just a warning, you might get some, you might hear this, might be a little discomfort. I'll make sure I turn it down. You know, you can hear like the peak sound. See, like right there. If you hear that, I cannot, because it cancels out the audio for me. If I move up, then I can hear like the frequency again. I move back down. Yeah, so right now like 12,880 hertz. I can barely hear this, this high-pitched sound. So I've been using this. Let me stop that. So I've been using this to like help counterbalance the sound in my head to give me some relief, right? And it does help like temporarily silence my tinnitus for a bit by using this. So if you're suffering from this tinnitus shit, probably try this if it'll give you some relief. You know, you find the frequency and then you just offset it a bit, and it kind of helps cancel out the sound, right? Yeah, so this has been a lifesaver for me. But just as importantly, like I said, I'm gonna go see a doctor. I made a doctor's appointment. I've been like editing at way lower levels volume wise, and every time I go out, I'm using hair protection. I'm not fucking with it. If I'm being brutally honest, probably the thing that bugs me the most is my male pride, because it's just like a sign that I'm getting older, you know. I mentioned before, like my lower back can give out if I'm not careful, so every time I pick up something, I'm cautious that I could damage myself. My left ankle starts to hurt when it gets cold, so I gotta carry a brace around me, you know, or I have to buy specific shoes so it doesn't hurt my feet, stuff like that. You know, this stupid thing, you know, the Chalazion, you know, I already had this cut out 3 times, it keeps coming back. Shit, you know. Some situation with my teeth, which is sensitive to cold, because like I clench my teeth at night, so I'm now wearing a mouth guard. So it's like, god damn it, as I get older I have to like do certain things to protect my body more, you know. And I guess that's basically what's been pissing me off a bit is the acknowledgement that I'm getting older and I have to do certain things differently now, right? Because my body is deteriorating, unfortunately, because I'm getting older, right? But the good thing about that is I'm cautious about it. I'm definitely not gonna ignore these situations. I gotta make sure I take care of myself as much as I can, because I want to travel and I want to live a good life, so I want to make sure I do everything I can to keep my body from giving out or getting weaker. But anyways, thanks so much for the comments. I really appreciate it. And again, if you want to chat with me on my Discord, just send me an email and I'll send you an invite link, and we can hang out there more in real time. All right, guys, thanks again. Chat with you next time. Peace.